when ni se petuo telani petuo sa ye telani a we ya homa o de hye pin mu when ni se petuo ofui ogisi nyina ye jimi meboa association keke enti wo be peje wa beti when ni se petuo a o de ahoma hye petuo telani a o de ahoma hye pin mu ofui. Listen to me. Also mo pamon and I will stay on you because association na say ekuafo na ejimi asamesi wa radio no. Do you need a PhD holder to know what went on there? Do you need somebody with all the security intelligence to see what happened? Say something went wrong and something didn't go right. Enti asamna free na no buy no na opeso catch Ghana for say minister na Jimmy ana ade oyekuani onim nyansa. He does not cut it. You see, he said it on Asempa. But Ogotina UTV no, he pretended to say on cancer asem no. When he say petuo, unim petuo. And now Kwabi did my temo Twitter pa and I guys hey now why did I do my and Akwabi did my temo Twitter because come I say be osim me masusa petukura. But say hey now I'd grade na did who say masusa petukura. By Ampamaka say look okay I'm going to show masusa say hey some masusa petukura be masusa petukura fucking. Hey Akwabi your friend, a year Debunking Tenkorang, and every day as someone in Sia, you will not know how foolish and how stupid some people are. As someone is in Rage Hospital, Endra Echi, Ana Endra, Bebetina a church Ghana for at the different angles of the video, but Ghana for. Boy, man, way estate ADD minister natem. People were asking why. What has the minister done in all this? What did the minister do? Minister, no problem. You know, say, assembly see our Rage Hospital, no, or call echo check here because the Rage Hospital is close to his office. Is that the biggest mistake the minister made? Assembly see, you know, nobody is justifying it. But for this guy to get up, go on radio and TV to insult the minister and even go further to insult farmers around the nation, no, it should tell you something. The target wasn't a assembly is in the but na minister no person dinner tem na ogu abani ni mase. And Jimmy Fowe was basically out of chains and speaking like a madman. Now, after a year Endra story no, about this guy and his boss, the two criminals are Omunam Ghana, Eyo say Omudie, Omunimishi, but they are under a lot of things, sir. Ubianim de Omoye. Now, this guy, Anope Ekotina UTV. Now, Okotina UTV, no, Oko say your interview, no. Now, throughout his interview, no, Debbie Amikacha Ghana for, and I keep telling the young nurses in Ghana, these people, they are using you to make money. Akwawe. Send the Muyini Free was the General Secretary of Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives. What? He has nothing to do, or you're just a nurse. Or yet somebody or you or a nurse. He is making money because of this association. Send okay say on resigning free association or no be kontokwa. You know why? Because association and then the cash cow. That is where he make his billions. Through visa, through exchange programs. That is how he make his money. Say Ocean and Ma, say Ocean and Yere, say Watoka Adem, a association and Amana be obi. He is not better than any nurse at a Rage Hospital, at Kolebu, at any clinic in any village. This guy is not better than any nurse. But you see, they see something. The association and a bit more nurses no. Inti problem neba you the nurses will take the hits. They will sit in Accra and make money out of you. And when we started exposing them, you see a nurse for who send call for way ya for and use them to make money no. Now they are jittery. And in the process of trying to explain themselves, they are rather shooting themselves in the foot so many times and they are exposing their lies. And this guy went on UTV. And this guy went to UTV to lie about everything. he has been saying all this while. So it has been a calculated attempt to malign and insult the minister who is his employer. If this guy is a practicing nurse, the person who plays this fool is the Minister of Health, because he has to talk to the Accountant General for this guy to be paid. But this fool sat on radio and insulted the minister, so and he went ahead to insult farmers. And you should get the picture. Now, Osari Adopeno, he wanted to go do some damage control. And because he's a liar, because or no, and the boss now, your president, you know, they are two political affiliate. You see, they are politicians. All because NPP, NDC bar power no, they are not ajima menu muye momo, omutoto to tokas momo as directors of a association. Because AKANDOR is not doing the traditional way of things. AKANDOR, Otumiko Hospital, without telling anybody he's coming there. AKANDOR is asking questions. AKANDOR wants to sit with them and negotiate and get to a consensus whereby so omu dismandi bibi krampa, it should be reasonable. No, omu de AKANDOR ato otankruum. So they want every small thing so that they will jump on it and disgrace the man. But in the process of doing that, you know, we are beginning to see how foolish this guy is. Wait, appetition you. And I'm to say, my team, they were telling me, sir, or to you TV say me dinner time. Now where Jimmy I do at them? Where Jimmy? Into what it GRNMA was a day, ultra letter. Now say another person tell me because a letter in Yan Sedima. Because I'm paying to say just an association that you lead. So who release the letter? As the secretary of this association, now say obitam letter no radio so, and not TV so. No already letter na ka say nyansa bi anima kwasia kwata sawo. You'll be angry. You will come and say the person does not respect you and also the office you occupy. So when a minister releases a letter, na kwasia te sawo kwatena radio so ka say na nyansa bi animu no. Now wono, what kind of respect do you demand from me? Oya ojimi fo. We are Jimmy for you to insult the minister's letter, say you are not fit to occupy that office. And then they will release a statement to nurses for Ghana. Na nurse ni ba akubi kotina radio say na statement where general secretary akande nyansa bi anima kwase ate so obeka se yempam nurse no. Anamwa, but you expect me, somebody who is intelligent than you, somebody who is more resourceful than you. You are just a mere association secretary. You are nobody. You are just an apetition, filthy, red-eye idiot who is capitalizing on the ignorance of some people in an association to make money. And that is what I am trying to let the people know. Into one chaobia, in fact, Sagana and Nyansa and a Sa association way, you should have resigned by now. But because your president, she is equally as dumb and ignorant and very political like you, know, that's why she's looking at you, because Moti association when I'm making money. That is why she is looking at you, because Obos, you know, her husband is the chairman of the opposition party. So you people say you can use your office to do damage. Unimunyansa, where Jimmy? Unimunyansa ba kukura. Wano asene cheso we Jimmy for, because association and nurse for joining no. If a nurse comes out to speak the way you spoke, you fool like you will come out and discipline the nurse. So why are you still in your position? You are a fool. Now, let me go and show you natural. Team, stay with me. First, maybe show Atra Odini first. Or call UTV and then sa petuo we ne nisa petuo. We nisa petuo. We nisa petua or de ahoma eshe panium. I'm finding brother o free. When nisa petuo tell ni or dia huma she edisha pinimu. When nisa petuo tell ni. When nisa petuo tell ni, petuo sa tell ni we ya huma or disha pinimu. When nisa petuo o free. Oji si nyina ye jimi meboa. Association keke. Enti ube peje wa beti. When you say petua or the ahumashe, petua telenia or the ahumashe pinmu, or free, listen to me. Or some pamon, and I'll stay on you because association I say when you say petuo, when in petuo, and now come the matter on Twitter, and I guys say, now, hey, why did I do that? And thank you, Mr. S. Akwabi didi matemo Twitter because come say bi o se me masusa petukura. Me say hey, no. Adgura ye nyina ye di wo se me masusa petukura. By ampa me kan say do. O kan yenam ko nyina hwehwem hwe masusa say hey, sam masusa petukura obi asusa petukura fucking. Hey, Akwabi, me can be a friend say let me go on my Twitter and find hey Akwaro. O kan jam say me masusa petukura. Me mboni di en say me mana e famous dodo. But I'm looking for I'm looking for the insult. I know my mestre fucking me why would I tell that mestre me say ha Akwabi some so petukura. Hey, me body di Akwano Twitter okodi matewo and I'm oye na me kwhwa ahwehwem say Akwana po Akwana some so petukura pa. Wo wani se petuo tell ni. Akwana se me maso so petukura. Hey, ebe before what we did matempa o. But normal. Also be nyawo. So let me deal with the issue right now. Now, Akwawe Andre Gina radio so catch minister ne say onim nyansa na oyekuani ana. Is he a farmer? Okodo UTV no or catch Yesu e catch from say wan kasa asem no. These are the kind of people we are entertaining in Ghana. These are the kind of liars. Now, let's play his tape to you. First, momi anko tie de okano asempa efa eye say minister no or a farmer na ye wia na mabebo asema okaye. Now, in fact, moma yambo asempa de no first. Ofui.
I think in this statement, it was not captured here, say, or more air for a committee, but subsequent interviews, the minister Kase were putting a committee together to investigate in Samoa a course. Adiabakwe striking me in this statement, and they said, ministry said they want to investigate the circumstances that led to the reported delay in care. Like I said, most members in our hospital may have contributed to the course.
Nyansa bia ni satemum obi he. I've taken my also first thing okay first at least first third and fourth point it makes sense. And no quite bisa director and say what are the security implications ya omo dey ato akwam. Why do you be papa be an country? They can say well I mean internal they are trying to beef up internal security, the police, they have a police post close to the mortuary and all that. All those people were there and I thought they were in see. And the security situation has not been improved, and we are not happy about that. At the time, here my tiny second point. Minister, who said there are systems over there. If he doesn't understand, he should get somebody to educate him. And I'm say triage system, so yes, Obi, don't buy house. Maybe can't buy into the shame.
Yeah, Doc, I get you, but I think because
triage, Nia, who said, "Oh yeah, Reno, immediate care," and I said. A here delayed care as compared to others. If you are immediate care, they will attend to you immediately. So a here by time actually others, and I said they will neglect you. They will give you first aid or whatever, but they will attend to other people who need more a year. It doesn't mean that they are delaying whatever. So that statement doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense. Whoever wrote that statement doesn't even understand the hospital system. Or farmer resident. What kind of more a year? It doesn't mean that they are delaying whatever. So that statement doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense. Whoever wrote that statement doesn't even understand the hospital system. Or farmer resident. What kind of life is that? They are delaying whatever. So that statement doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense. Whoever wrote that statement doesn't even understand the hospital system. Or farmer resident. What kind of
This was a statement written by and signed by the minister. He was actually responding to a statement from the minister. Or we are say, because you were reacting to a statement from the minister. And all kind of say, aden, nipano or your farmer na. That means Obasoka say nipano sabio onim edien eye omodwuma or your kueniana. Ekuafo na ejimi. Asamesi or regional, do you need a PhD holder to know what went on there? Do you need somebody with all the security intelligence to see what happened? Say something went wrong and something didn't go right. Enti asamne free na no buy no na opeso catch Ghana for say minister na Jimmy ana aden oyekuani onim nyansa. He does not cut it. You see, he said it on Asempa, but Ogotina UTV no. He pretended to say on cancer asem no. Now let's go to UTV. Nenise petuotelani.
Doc, good morning. Good morning, Minyaba.
Anope yedase pa se onyabre amaye.
Nsmedase se watu safre.
Asem na aba ada na wudidi minister atem se oyekuani ado oyekuani esaidi.
Yo. Minyaba medase mamencha wahefo ene Ghana fo nyina. Na enye nokre se meka se minister yokuani. Me papa no yokuani. Me ameti hoyi. Kana zo mi yoku afo mi yoku ani
okay
enti me enkasa na ma mo minister din yo me aba medase ma mencha wahefo ene Ghana fo nyina na enye nokre se me ka se minister yoku ani me papa no yoku ani me ameti hoyi mi yoku kana zo mi yoku afo mi yoku ani
okay
enti me enkasa na ma mo minister din.
Look,
he was responding to a letter from the minister. I feel like na UTV no. Osi o one bomb minister din to wendi minister tem. Kwasi away that would was say or a secretary to an association. Kwasi away. Say you didn't attempt any ya. Now you see how they disrespect we the citizens. How they disrespect Yani Ghana for. Now you see it. You were responding to the minister's statement. Now, if you want to say, oh, you're Ukrainian, now, instead of you to just calm down, respect the viewers, respect the citizens, respect the people who listened to you the day before, no, he's still sitting there exhibiting the highest form of kwasia. Say, one kasa, if you say, letter, no, one kind of direct. Now, whose letter were you responding to? Whose letter were you responding to? Jimmy Four. When Nisa Petro Telani, Jimmy Four, when you were responding to the letter, who wrote that letter? It came from the minister's office. And that letter was signed. I don't know about one more minister in Tintiwana now. Who were you saying so? Oyukwini? Okay, and your minister na why now catch no Jimmy Four into one and now so Oyukwini. So one more minister in India. Who were you telling that to? Why now waka asam na who were you referring to? Say, or you Ukrainian and wine, no matter how you try to dodge and try to sound intelligent, what from where Jimmy away kwasienti, untumin jim say, my yard, dear my ye. There are so many intelligent people who can fill your position as the general secretary of this association. But my cabal, a crom for, and my margin say, Motobono and Kwasiadina Mobile Monsambu Ghana for. Now, say, and your minister now addressing now. Why now addressing? Who are you addressing? Now, Momianko ni interview na mima who's a kwawe or a true for. He's a liar. I've said it here. We will never condone what happened at the hospital. We are also not going to allow some people to do politics with what happened. We are not going to allow some people to disrespect the sector minister. Because the sector minister in any way. So because of an association, we have given such a full audience and he's exhibiting in Kwasiade, what Kasamendra. There's a record of it. What better TV so to say one can say na minister na one na addressing. Who were you addressing? Foolish man. When Nisa Petu. Now mommy and Conin some na minjum o fui. But you say, ma from wedi. Or call you TV no. Muntie in Sembi or Sakaye. When this guy started insulting the minister and going after the minister from day one, now Amam Fodrin say he has all the evidence at hand. 99% of Ghana for no butie akwawe. Utie ni tone na o yuzu ewo asempana. It sounded say he had every single evidence at hand. It sounded quite say he was even there when the incident happened. Because he sounded like he is the person who was in front of the action. Because every station he went, in all his statements, he made it clear, say, he knows everything. And that is the main reason why in Tia, Ojina Swa, Odi Minister Natem, Odi Abinatem, Omagana Fonina say, Obia Yakwasia. So all along, we all think or thought to say, Akwawe, he has the first hand evidence of whatever happened at Ridge Hospital. Anamebwa. Okay. Now let's go listen to this guy. Now, Mama who said, we Jimmy for nobody should take him serious. And if this association is a serious association, because we mandate, they'll let him resign because he has insulted farmers, insulted a lot of people in Ghana. Now, let's go to his interviews. Yes, starting free her. Management.
Okay, so now one my Jenny, no,
absolutely.
But it being so feel say, enye no kre. If he say Rafu na nkasa kura bekase, wan fanensa ankano na say mushe na humtia obebodua.
Obebo hwan
Edi sign home.
They tell they say account wa ewo incident book mu na make catch we. I been from the nursing hierarchy, been from hospital management.
But up till now hospital management. So mutimi release videos ni bia. I say can rap for the and say indeed one touch no videos ni nia. I didn't say there is further video. Say no. What touching ni pan where one point at another point and in another breath. What touching na? I didn't say video ni dey man. Because CCTV in our hospital and say we no management and release it.
Good. It could be anything. I don't want me person may read any meanings into it, but the mechanism okay. A friend say 1.5 hours. You see them a 20-second video na wabonting. Me assure say management the video no be ma committee no.
Okay.
But maybe they have to do a thorough job. So they say ejina bia omo mfa ni nyina ma abonting. Na me minim de ntia omo de sa e hocket to bi na abonting. Ejina me frɛ e bi sa say CCTV cameras e wo trauma area ho ana. Ejina nurse panini so okocheke abebo mamane. But I know how me nyanya but make I say even pinche na course wo ho no there are videos yes CCTV cameras but as a no be a video movement of people and rowdy people and stuff like that no now actually mo ahe enti sa na
come back to that but na me busa okosan say den ti na o ka che minister say as we Ukraine nti oh yeah no so onim na adwuma ni so and wa chem so make o can say statement na so ye no release ye no nipa no release ye no ada wo Ukraine na onim triaging system
absolutely
and so, na ama afemi bisa say nti what actually happened now say obi na release ye kra say minister na ye penny na adenti na obi make reference to Ukraine and not any other
and carpenter na that is say me Ukraine
okay
make say me papa so Ukraine ye wonfuo bebre wo prestia na enchi no ne ade so they say it was not on a delegatory manner and yes bia me gu kwafo animu ase and am ebu omuti animuti ana ade tesa but it just came in fact it was coincidence later class amiku hu say okọ Friday say parliamentary select committee omo honorable afenyoma can be some question man ka say I'm a farmer and all that it was just a coincidence so basically it wasn't ade bia premeditated say bia madwen ho na me ka say ade Ukraine and but I could have said anything could have said
no and now I be on also the response be about with hindsight would you still say that Anna say obey your feel
oh me I said I say I was not referring to his person I was talking about I was interrogating the content we are intellectuals we should be able to interrogate any writer
but it's not make case he feels personally attacked because I know in his statement was like personally more attacking and I said specifically
oh yes me no be one me na make as na nya de okozo no bohina but the American say I wasn't referring to the minister I respect the minister I shared a couple of times
okay
this guy is just a total mess and an idiot to be the general secretary of such an association and the leadership no nyina monya papa this guy is a total mess at the point also an intellectual you see they be American chamo Ghana for cause you have we go school 2 second school bia also intellectual. What makes him intelligent? And we use the word natra. The guy is a total fool. Now, I'll start Kasano. Or say the statement to make from what incident book him. And I'm a boy. Into a general sympathy minister atem, Ekikan kwa some letter near Bogos where Jimino. All that he's saying, is the same as he go in there and asking said, yeah, see what. It's the same as the minister also go in there and asking said, yeah, see what. So the action the minister took and the action he took, there's no difference. Meaning, whatever they went to meet is what they are going to work with. And that is the reason why the minister put together an investigative committee. And why should you go on radio and insult the minister? Say, why should you make it look like, say, I didn't see, it is the fault of the minister? Because from your own account, you are saying, you are basing all your ranting on something called incident book. What shows say whatever is in the incident book is the truth. Yes, I was saying about CCTV. CCTV footage na babontin. Also, he knows nothing about it. Now, no kranu busa a nurse for the bakwa who in charge of that and they say operation room or whatever emergency room nankasa, do they have CCTV cameras there? And the lady said, I will check. Meaning, till date, we don't know what exactly happened in that room. So nobody can speak to it and make conclusions. And make definite conclusions. Say, when you see now way bo way and now way your way until we get to that point. That is why the minister in his wisdom said we need an investigative committee to look into it. So what is your case here? We are kwasia. Now also Okasano or say problem near hospital management now say handle. So you have accepted that the problem that happened at the hospital is supposed to be managed or is supposed to be taken care of by the management. It's extremely managerial. So why do you turn around to make the whole thing look like the minister is the one to blame because the minister decided, say, out of courtesy, he is going to work there after he had sent people to even go monitor the situation. All his ranting, you could see clearly say he had a personal issue to disgrace the minister and embarrass the government. Because on Rangazati TV, per his own statement, he has not seen any evidence. The video you are seeing now, 10 seconds, it was the same video he was watching. Until I came yesterday to show you the videos I showed you, he was telling the woman, say, the videos now 10 seconds now, management release it without his knowing. That is the same video he watched. On what basis was he ranting and speaking stupidly like that? A day basis nana ujina so. Now what they can because the Ashen will fear and no be na washe. The minister, being smart and intelligent than you, he has set up an investigative committee that could go deeper than where we need to petrol, maybe we need to do. Why were you ranting if you didn't have information, even first-hand information? Incident book can be anything. Anybody can write anything in the incident book. We need to go down and know that whatever was in the incident book is actually factual. Jimmy so steady the tone now. And pay or better na UTV, he didn't want to go after the minister again because now he want to redirect the whole thing to Ralph because I want an easy spot. He wants to redirect Nekwasia Semono to Ralph because we want to say baby or the fire dabi. A man for with Jimmy, a man for exposing, a man for with Nyansa. Into what he's going to do now is say, let me redirect my foolishness to Ralph because one, Ralph is not a political appointee. I can say anything about Ralph. I can walk free. I can criticize and lie and put on Ralph because Ralph any political appointment obi baba question into what he's doing right now is he wants to redirect it and put it on Ralph. I am not sitting here to sit and tell you say Ralph I don't have all the evidence to prove. I will not sit here and I'm sign Ralph to say whatever happened there, he did not do it or he did it. I am speaking according to what this guy said and what we have seen from the videos. Now, so now we understand. Let's go to the next video. That interview. Okay, team, I hear you. Team, I hear. I'll take care of that. This is the next video. All right. Muntie Atrobia Uchayo. Remember, he has not seen the videos. He does not have any access to any video because no catcher say onyahu video bia. He is waiting. I see 10 seconds on the two onim nipa or the two abontene. And he confirmed that there say as far as that video is out, it is management that put that video out. Meaning sa video down and management meaning what we know is the same thing he knows. There were one incident book. Now Monshe Atrobia was try.
And so
in Tomocas in your rough and koji at the end of
into rotation
undressing or dressing man and a rough train home. Into a train home crown. That's a triage area.
Okay.
Or train a hono. Not almost say or cop akoye card no say no okofre cruise and okofre nkrofo mom de 25 motorbikes e baaye motorbike bia na se nipa mienu ne teso
are you not exaggerating?
Oh bra sister accept account na me say hospital account no yani management share absolutely
okay
and 25 motorbikes on the buy no say nipa mienu na tibia so nipa 50 and na ngwotwe ebowura emergency department emergency or triage area or trauma area so CCTV footage a wo kano trauma area triage area baby ya hyehyehye omo no
okay
say oye say or play obi na say o ka say verbal eno ye triage area anye ho na ye bo nurse no trauma area eno no omo fa ma abonten say see am afraid regi ho omo fa no ma abonten I don't know say CCTV cameras or trauma area ho there but say bi wo ho our edge management to bring that they have to go at the end see almost 1.5 hours now the 20-second clip to what he said there no the representation is not total representation, it's misrepresentation. You know it better than I do. And you know me first
why he said doctor management of rage release footage ni be JB.
Oh sir and I make say incident take 1.5 hours or even more. And you know so who the above one thing is about 20 seconds.
When you can so when I triage area.
Where triage area how I so pray it's more a young lady be.
Okay.
E no dey anya we asem kra dey.
Okay.
Obro no ankofo ni bam. Ha kra dey say rap pen e wo ho. Others ni wura mu no there other footages. E no kra anya CCTV. Omo ana omo fu no. Me hwezi me hu dia asende wa. It's not the CCTV but omo nso amanfo benim omo a omo e social media.
Okay.
Some of the tax ni be didi mirika no ne ade almost true to say
we are still journey
very good
you feel say be okotwa card na
and you feel say okotwa card say na okofre cruise and na cruise we buy the cruise for the buy the cruise omo ama triage area omo call trauma area e ho ne sa pinche na ankasa kosi ye so te ase omo de boro nurse na e call ye no na nsa hwan wanya dislocation na nsa we hwan nti na so hwa e da slinge mu no
say hospital for pension for the cancer chewa say cruise 15 or mobile say ne nkombe more than one person and now one person can yen nsa no penny be hwan nsa
kama say o hwe say there are other injuries but me bam
okay
o mobile no say won timoto nwen nti dodo no doctors oho e ma no ne ade ni edwane ko sesan ko share mufti
okay
and car sa baba na nko a ogina ho hohoro ne nsa ono na attending to Raf. The Raf 8 me identify no. Eji no mo bo no. Omo pia na hwe form no nipa 8 was 4 efi na chi 2 efi na won anim. E na omo bo no. Absolutely. And I make say others they were in mufti but they were very smart. Omo to be dwane ko change into mufti into so Raf.
Enti eh rade jagopo akwa we yakwase a. Me catch am say Ghana na yet no. Ma catch nurse fo no. Mudi akwa we chi a ye beku kwa obra be say kwa we Jimmy utie ni kasa na kana o say and you see ono ankasa e kasa no o say baby a incident ni happen ankasa we inside na ankasa no trauma area no he's not sure whether there's a camera or there's no camera afena we busa omo say if there's a camera in there meaning his statement is just speculative because sanka we hu camera ewo ho na ya recording na we hu anka obeka but so far no from his statement no de na oka nyina no speculative things that he's heard from somebody. He is not being factual on any of the things he's saying. Now see baby a video now mo de kire no that is the entrance into the emergency ward. Into whatever trial area or whatever they call it, or to where the whole emergency issue happens, that is the entrance. There was 7-hour video. Papa will say, Ralph Bayana opie no kofa nipa motos 25. Moto ba kubia nipa 2 net so into 50. One na ejina bonten ho kan motos no. And I know so CCTV camera capture. I am very sure outside the hospital there are CCTV cameras that capture every vehicle that enters or motorbike. Until we will ask management to show us 25 motorbikes with 50 men sitting on 25 motorbikes, 2 each, to prove to us that Ralph actually went out there and brought 25 motorbikes with 2 men sitting on each bike, making 50 men. Bora hospital. Where this guy is a fool. Or didn't say Obie Jimmy. It does not make any sense. Because in the first place, who say you are not even sure, say, baby, you are not even sure, say, if there's a camera in there. Meaning, whatever happened there, now when you want to minister, you cannot speak to it. Basically, what you are doing is you are speculating, because until the investigations are done, until they go to the bottom of this matter, we wouldn't know who is telling the truth and who is telling the lie. So how can you sit or come out here and tell us a Nipa 50 or Kofa the cruise 50 and Bora hospital and Mutuchankanium and I Omokoto and so Shasemi Oka or sit nurse for no more who said Nipa 50 would have into Munina Sound Matadie. And omuyi nurse atade de gu ho and omunyina hye fia atade and omo fra eye patients nim send e be ya Ralph and the 50 group we we kwasia or see Ralph and the 50 men ne buy no Ralph and the 50 men Alibaba and the 40 thieves Ralph and the 50 men omo Bora hospital no nurse for no mo ho bi de omunya line no into fast omo yi omo dross nyina bibia de kogu wodrom sorry, wardrobe. Wardrobe. Omi yomo does he yomo shirt in Yako wardrobe. And omo share, tired of the omo gens, and omo fra patients. Into Ralph in the 50 men will be a witness, ni bia bia, bako pedom huno, aqua we oya boa, we Jimmy. Into nurse for wording Yano, say, Uko nurse square, ebia ya chow, how to ninja. Because if you want to be what yes no munya show in the time omo say Ralph and the 50 men neighbor no and omo we kasi no mo set no mo bonum that no mo if you atade we Jimmy we or your total mess or your Jimmy for Nipa 50 omo hu nurse ni baako bia baako pɛ no hu no bo no one we or your gbe na abu. I feel when saying go for Jimmy, when we take our time to analyze their speeches, it gives you a clear understanding of how corrupt and stupid they are. And you see, from the way he's speaking, it is looking like say, omo no mo shenes nechi emane ye de oyeno. Nurse no and anybody at and say yes nurse na ko sue Ralph 7 million Ghana. It is good. That is how we are going to get to the bottom of this matter. Thank you very much, team. Inti, I've been sent a publication that nurse no see a bone tieti anukuno no and in some buya and in no or the Ralph court or see demanded $7 million. A Ghana registered nurses for Nishichiri. You know why? Because they want to kill the story. They think that when they use this nurse, where did he go? They think that when they use this nurse, they will be able. They say almost a nurse and they say Ralph Marco Nipa 50 abebono into ya assaulting or rape hospital into a sue Ralph 7 million Ghana cedis. Ralph and the 50 men. And this case going to court is very important. I am happy. You know why? Now we are going to get every single footage. It is not just going to be hearsay. Nurse for no more duty nyina omu nyina change your matade ewro omu ho esa kwahye mufti ede omu ho befra. We will get to know every single thing that happened in there. So it's good this nurse went to court. Sankofo when the nurse we say faniko court because one for court the expose na eba no sibian kofo na expose no it will expose the secretary and the GRNA. Inti what you can do right now to push the media away, to push Ralph away and push everybody asking questions away, no sue Ralph send your beya. Now everybody will stop talking. No, we are also going to help Ralph pay for his court and we want to get to the bottom. Me, I want the truth. Say indeed Ralph committed a crime now. I'm running in indeed. Say Ralph indeed actually assaulted this lady. From the way she's saying it, this lady will have to bring all the nurses who were around that saw the assault. She needs to be able to point out who were in there and what exactly they looked like, what they were wearing, which nurse witnessed the assault. This is not just going to court and say you need 7 million. No, you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And as much as I don't condone what Ralph Dems went there to do, I'm not also going to allow this nurse, who is a liar, who is being coached by this criminal calling himself Kranting, to, at the end of the day, lie and get away with murder. No way. And see, the breakdown is going to come out, and I'm happy the breakdown is going to come out, because you have a second point to be that we will get to know what exactly happened, because we are all speculating. And we are speaking to the video you and I have seen. Because I'm paying Tenkorang or Tete Wakano video now we know the same video and I'm in until we are all going to wait and get the facts. Era court no, it is good. So Ralph di sabone no so only nipa 50 no mura hono. These people they have to prove. This lady or say nipa 50 the mura ho ebo no ohun Ralph it was captured. She has witnesses. She has to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And if we get to the bottom and get to know that this lady is lying, she needs to end up in jail. Because you see, you can't be a nurse and hide behind criminals like these and try to misinform and lie to the government and try and do what? And try and put a whole hospital and institution like that into disrepute. We need to make sure nurse we know as some way DHM. So it's not going to be a joke. If we can help Ralph to hire a lawyer, we will do it, because we want to get to the bottom of this. I don't condone nonsense. I want the truth. If at the end of the day a judge finds Ralph guilty, na embra punishment was said my or said the man. At the end of the day, a coordination with a nurse and somebody helped this nurse to lie, and there are some people behind the nurse forcing her to say these things. All those people will have to also face the law. It is not a joke now. And I'm so excited this lady went to court. Now, my body tape ni be free UTV.
I don't fault the minister for that. But the mechanic say a branch no statement having ya catch or say obahabe bru obahabe ye ABCD no. You have to tender him to the police. Or bibia onko kanche police no. Later
hospital management no omo call report.
Oh, did that.
No why attack omo.
Oh, first question. Mini aba. I need to answer say that room.
Omo call reported.
We do ho no da no na.
Oh yes, sure.
Oh, omo call report Monday no.
Omo reported.
It's the Tuesday.
Randy, I've given you a video. Download and play. There's a report that up till now, management of the hospital have not gone to the... Yes.
Oh, me kasa watch. Me te kasa watch. Ozi GM. GM they said Dr. Sebo the account of Unimo. Na me nim da kon kasa asem no. Me e call hospital ho ni management ko shia. I have
on a comla. I can give you. On a comla bochi ne kasa.
I have the report.
I think just a nrada.
I don't want us to use what GMA said. I'm telling you the story, and I'm saying that me koho Ebenada management catch them say on one report, because it was a question I posed. Say mpacho madaroma asem no matimi e de akoto prose for him. On say I. You feel Adabaka police station. Adabaka police station. You feel na so no me ko ababa no statement ababa and the police for. I have it. I won't give it to you, but I have it.
Oh, can I have a look?
You want to have a look at it?
Yes.
And omo report and I make say I need doctor Adabaka police station.
Why mun e ko report e? No. And I say hospital management e de omo besoma obi nti bia smesi ana obenti.
Smesi ana obenti ma bisa say hwan. Question me bisa say mpamocho ya report to case. No say I he na mo ko report to Adabaka police station. Ababa no am statement. Omo say I prove before Virginia statement. Okay. And I'm a call on Bisa about one man statement and partner because I wanted to confirm what and I was
okay.
I know the chere me maybe
okay. Anyway, would you uya bano? I will be glad to me so me huna it's me abwa yen komonua ye dino. But when him said Ghana phobi kafra. Yes.
Men kind, but just for you to
say, my bad. I just lost it. Okay. Oh. I mean person me zoom me na mention date, Okay. I have a challenge with this statement. No, my challenge and he said there is no date on this statement.
No, a police report.
I can see, yes, police report. nipa ni din wo so say nipa no de we dra na sem no or they saying
rejoice.
Okay, so me who now say omo reported Wadabraka.
Yes.
But here I'm seeing rage police post.
Okay.
Then my second challenge, no dates.
See, some make call Tuesday. No, I may 2 million my show nisi. Me say make call Tuesday.
Okay.
I deal with me second Tuesday. Opa her date now omo drop no. And now sir, police
I'm wondering why that report
no
for date and share.
Oh, that said police
the medical officers report and all the one for date and share so
well, but the American say the date
yes,
will not
medical form no, there is no date on the medical form.
Yeah,
and let me see if the police own there is a date.
Now what kind of statement? Because at least Obima statement about stating the date at which the statement was given.
I'm just looking at it. Okay, date of admission.
Absolutely, that is.
I see date of admission,
okay.
But the date of report, Bema who say, oh, or report Joada, Benada, Ukwada, Yawada, na Nifieda no payday. Unfortunately, I am not seeing.
But date of admission, no. The American say, maybe beside question, no, and I'm a call a friend is saying, Ababa, and I'm a confirm more, sir, I say, or my report because medical director, no. I catch them say omo a report to ade no so they say police post now can so unim ayi pa a friend say reach hospital who say okomo kwan so omo police post bi o
but any adabraka no nso
oh yeah that some be beside
e kwada say wakan say yes e kobo achira ye be kwada adabraka police station and then on beka say oh case bi asa ni antina say any doctor Tenkorang ya amaye
oh me about here me police commander
ti wan share na communication akoda ni
but
police say rage police poster then ye be call rage police post that
this guy is a liar, yeah. You see, is just to tarnish the image of the minister and the government. From the beginning, Akwaweko radio so ekoba at a point. Okache say, other than minister no krano, the police ni odinechino, time Ralph ba hospital hono, wanche Ralph. Ono asakache mrebi say, hospital hono krampono, opposite the morgue, and as a mortuary hono, there's a police station there. So then a management, every hospital ho, eko adabraka. And as echo rage, echo report case no abroad the same hospital no just opposite the morgue or the mortuary no there is a police station. And as our police station one mortuary or many paper. You see, it is something that they planned. They now some way see say praise the Lord. You be good papa we any mercy. You be good minister we any mercy. You be good abide any mercy. So they were not thinking. That is why he went out there speaking like a dog on rabies, because when you red meat. He wanted to hold on to it. He wanted to destroy the minister and destroy the government. How can you tell me, say, you have been making argument from day one? The management of the hospital never knew, say, there is a police station next to the hospital, and that they had to drive all the way to Adabraka. Who catches Adabraka? After you say a rich. As we speak now, the inconsistencies are so consistent when the customer. I'm not looking like a very foolish man. There are too many inconsistencies in the statement. There are too many inconsistencies in this fool's statement. And you see, so when you're about I remember when the minister was speaking yesterday, and today he made some point. Now I'm a time. When the minister was speaking yesterday, right now this guy, he wants to, they want to redirect the pressure that almost to Ralph. And it's about you and it's a Fanako court. Send a bayer, we can isolate the ministry. And for the young minister, not symbium, not yet the pressure in Yakugu Ralph, so silent Bema pressure and free Sakwa Wiso. And into no Makosha girl, which is on Fanko court. I call you to UTV, no say. Time a minister, no, because I need that video. Time a minister, no. Eba Rich Hospital, no. Ohu Ralph, no. Time Ohu Ralph, no. Ochia Ralph. And that. Time a minister who Ralph no nanko say or money police in Ralph. Now, in fact, for the minister to even shake Ralph, time no, it shows to say the minister has already endorsed the action that happened the day before. When the minister was having a press conference yesterday, he made it emphatic that Ralph went to his office, and when Ralph went to his office, Ralph did not meet him. the office told Ralph say the minister had gone to Ridge Hospital. And then Ralph Eddie minister about Ridge Hospital. Remember, that time the minister had not seen Ralph. That time nobody had reported Ralph to the Ghana Police Service, the police station that was next to Ridge. So that point, you cannot say Ralph is a criminal or he's under any criminal investigations, or the police have put in a notice out that this guy, you're reporting so bedi bonibi. If the minister meets Ralph at the hospital, now Ralph training sir, at that moment, what makes Ralph a criminal? So the minister met Ralph there. There was nowhere that the minister had said that he had already met Ralph in his office to have pre-discussion about meeting at the police. At the hospital. But this fool, according to UTV, Mr. S, pull that one for me. I'm trying to find that one. Mr. S, get me that one. According to UTV, asema na can say, minister no, ehu Ralph na. No, Mr. S, I want the one, yes, the other one. Minister no Ralph no coach no. That means the minister is endorsing what had already happened. Na time na minister is share Ralph no, na police are picking Ralph up ana obiako police station akoye police report. And me say Ralph is a wanted man and I say he has committed a crime. And I say na waka say wa commit crime be. Do you know said this guy in one of his interviews Oka say for the minister to just shake Ralph's hand, it means to say he has endorsed what happened at the hospital. I know this is on the side. So for Bawumia to, at the end of the day, those people who wanted to kill Ayadei, to kill the president, Bawumia from more prison, omu free prison by Yadu Amadin Kako court. Emma Court, Eddie Asamedin Kato also officially said they are going to be standing before trial now. But Womiande Sabo is anybody fear by your way too. No, do you want to tell me? It's also a gun and new intellectual. Anywhere I meet you, I will ask you, do you want to tell me, say, those people, Sabo and the crowd call about Miahono, no, it didn't kako court. Now you're booking, now I bind the Nijina court, now you're confirming, say, or di bonny. But Mahamudu Baumia Emma Sabranti and the office. And of media, and or hage abrantiano. So I want to ask you, do you want to tell me, say, Baumia action way? You being an intellectual, no? Any day I meet you, when this a petro, I want to ask you, say, this action by Baumia, Ralph put a police case. The management had not reported the case. Time Ralph Nishia, a minister, no, now or there was no criminal case or anything against him. But Fanti comedy ni die near the crack or court. Emma buying Edinigina court. Emma Baumia de neighbor office. Emma Baumia beb. Yana wa two Edina Trasie. Emma man for buyer. You say you are an intellectual, no? What will you call this? Is Baumia endorsing the assassination of the president? Tenkorang. Now let's go to listen to Star FM. That is where he said that. Some minister Nathan and say chia Ralph court. Police in Chino, Ralph has committed a crime, and the minister shaking Ralph, it has endorsed Ralph's actions. Okay, I said, well, Star, I just want to ask him, on an intellectual, and in this also anywhere we meet him, we will ask him, as a Ghanaian, you are not a politician, has he endorsed the assassination of the president?
The fact that the whole thing came on social media, the young man was throwing his weight about in the hospital, which as a sector minister, you should know that that is not how things must be done at the hospital. The guy should have been arrested there and then. And I told you that the minister is always followed by a police officer. And therefore, if we have the wherewithal, if we think that things ought to be done rightly and properly, the guy should have been apprehended there and then. And don't forget that there's a police post just by the mortuary of Ridge Hospital. They could have called for reinforcement. If you think that the duty of the police officer is just to protect the minister, that's fine. But while they were interacting with the guy, they could have called the police to come and apprehend him. How many minutes will it take for some police officer to even run from the mortuary of Ridge Hospital to where they were standing?
Does the GRNMA have issues with the health minister?
we cannot have issues with our sector minister. But we think that we are not being treated fairly as nurses and midwives in Ghana. And you know that we have a lot of issues.
Under his tenure?
Not only, I mean, we have had a myriad of issues. But, I mean, if you declare a strike action and a minister can decide that you go for a retired nurses and midwives to come and work and try to...
So, team, get me that statement on UTV this morning. Team, pick it up for me. Try and get it for me in the next 2-3 minutes. Team, I just want that piece. I know when we had the meeting this morning, you guys loaded a lot of videos on the system. But me pese me watch the Ghana for. Otna UTV ado pay. Eka say minister no eba hospital nko a ohia rafu chia ni sim no na minister no automatically so necessarily intellectual. He has endorsed the action that happened the day before. I want to ask him as an intellectual and a Ghanaian who isn't a politician. Sana de biomo we are apolitical. I want to ask you as an intellectual, the vice president bringing that boy, those criminals. In fact, the vice president in the first place, Mahmoud Bawumia, calling those criminals in cells. Mahmoud Bawumia calling the criminals in cells. You know? First, that action, no, when I ask you, sir, why endorse your action now? What answer are you going to give me? And secondly, Mahmoud Bawumia, after these kids left court, abani omudi so bubeku president, no, Oma sankora we eba ni fie, oyede or welcome omo, hagi omo no. Does it mean automatically? I am not an intellectual. Una also your intellect. Una we intellectual analysis. Kwasia, we need se petuo telani. I want you to sit on TV and on radio and tell us, say, if you are going to say, for the minister just shaking Ralph, you know, he has endorsed the actioner. I want you to answer us to say, Mahmoud Bawumia welcoming a criminal, an ex-convict in his house who is being charged by the government. You know, it doesn't mean, automatically mean, say, Mahmoud Bawumia has endorsed these young men who said they were going to assassinate the president. You don't deserve to be a general secretary. You are an animal. We are boa. Unimunyansa. Sa association no. Say nyansa for the day anima. Ochina Monday they will call emergency meeting and tell a fool like you to resign. Besides, get me video, please. I know you guys are working on it. Okay, the timestamps are there. Get it for me. I want to play it before I move on. Because you see, Ghana for na omote Ghana no. Kwasie bia Jimmy osem ye intellectual. Kwasie bia Jimmy osem ye intellectual. We mu de omo didi atem. Omo de bi omo from intellectual. Omo Jimmy Chen. Omo Jimmy Chen tabo. What is the intellectualism about what this guy is saying? A DNA woman Okachem say ema we intellectual no. You are foolish. You are trying every means. You are dilly-dallying to try and cover up your stupidity. Eh? Girl na wakoko no. E we mu ne shechiri. Because on any boss now lead Ghana nurses and midwifery whatever association, they know say they have messed up. The minister is the head of the sector. They can never go to the minister's office again and talk to him about anything. They know. They know say the negotiations are nurse for this ATM. The nurse for ne pay every a year abai hono. Omo na also mkwatena minister the minister is no with Jimmy or Ukraine ana. And as we speak, they know they cannot go in front of the minister again. They are trying to avoid the minister. So what they are doing, and they say they are now going to channel their stupidity on Ralph. Because one, Ralph they say or a guy on nanam into yamfanku gunu so into omo na mo she girl na chise girl na court. This guy is a very foolish guy. This guy is one of the most foolish petua mehu. Why the nisa petuo tailor ni Jimmy? Your mom positioner. Na domo sorry ya no mo ne mad da. No mo no petition. No mo da nurse ni bia betua no ka organ bia no na nkofo we atiska ni bi. In the name of association. Na omo de hwe omo yire na omo mma ene omo girlfriends anantafo. That's what they do. Supposition way onya hwimfirima and also or resigning ne. Me say for all the things that we are seeing and hearing, supposition way if this guy wasn't getting anything from it Emma na brob or a normal nurse or a nurse. Se position of woman, se nyoma bi nima onya edi bon bra. Emma ni looking better chen ordinary nurse or kofuanoche and ase kolebua anka ende anko the pen beto paper to say ejuma we obi so fan twaso. But you know what? This is what they do to make their money. This position and amana bedru baby wodri. We or your comfort. We or your dada for. This guy is using the nurses to build a mansion. Oh, the nursing association is a cash cow. Anything I make us say leadership na omwo ho no. Say omuni munyansa pa akwa we. Yebeka dey say ejuma we die. Ejuma no bia betima ye. Too much controversy. The inconsistencies in your statement. Even the insult now with yama respect the position and step away. But why is this guy still at post? It is because they are making money at the expense of our hard-working nurses. Some of the hard-working nurses. And then nurse for the kind crew. Some nurse on kind kre. I'm telling you. Some of the hard-working nurses no omugu nkurase. Omugu nkurase. Wo kabi baby abidi omutibeto kromu nibi ebu ho a okada na otie chire ye wo nurse ni bia ende the life are coming to an end sebio waye bubuafo because ofiri moto so na be hwe fom ontumi nya nurse ni biem kwasia waiting crying and all negotiate visa in the name of association kwasia waiting crying and all using the title of secretary to our association and all the nuanom ekwa aburuchire and nurse for no mu ye adwuma denden no egu nkurase and our work omo and omo fati team na position no one. Mr. S, do you have it for me? All right, Mr. S, I have it. Okay, thank you very much. My team just brought in the video. Let me show you the video. So say juma na hoye no onya bibi mfiri man kwa resign in there anything abrofo. So yeah, you baby na association anything. Na samuba say ya obeka se man kasa ye medidi akuafo atem I'm resigning because I'm not getting anything. But wait, that is where their livelihood is no on resigning that a chair ya board tutuo. These are his statements on UTV and about the handshake no. Mibusano on an intellectual. Has Baumia endorsed assassination?
Police.
Oh yeah, sure say ministry because mete minister suncheche mu ano de ma so okọ rage HON no mu no ekotie te said ya wusu kotie opie no nti oni CEO no da hospital na no na omuhu guy no e wo na guy no stretching nsa na onu so echia no
na ofamo no ofamo no ofamo no
okay
na o ka kire ne say
video ami hu ye de ase no o kan bibi egu na sum
ofamo no na o sa ka bibi egu na sum na o tapu na chi
okay
which is an endorsement of what the guy did but minister na be cheche mu say oh say sabi akwa abrante no kan say
who ni say endorsement
obviously I mean you see interpretation and we are intellectuals I mean and yes we are daft
okay
and o ka kire ne say
video ami hu ye de ase no o kan bibi egu na sum
ofamo no na o sa ka bibi egu na sum na o tapu na chi
okay
which is an endorsement of what the guy did but minister na be cheche mu say oh say sabi akwa abrante no kan say
who ni say endorsement
obviously I mean you see interpretation and we are intellectuals I mean and yes we are daft ofamo no
okay
and o ka kire ne say
video ami hu ye de ase no o kan bibi egu na sum
ofamo no na o sa ka bibi egu na sum na o tapu na chi
okay
which is an endorsement of what the guy did but minister na be cheche mu say oh say sabi akwa abrante no kan say
who ni say endorsement
obviously I mean you see interpretation and we are intellectuals I mean and yes we are daft so police
we are all intellectuals. Interpretation message I don't know alternative so kind no. And I give credit to this host this morning. At least she was firm. She was consistent in her questioning. If our journalism is going to be like this from now, I don't care whoever is sitting in front of you. But as far as you can get something meaningful out of people like this who are lying, for people to know, say, the meaningful thing that we are on Saka to expose the person or to at the end of the day inform the people are, I'm good with you. In Teja Kobren, they are doing a great job at UTV. When they go wrong too, I'll sit here and blast them and they're normal. If she at a point, so when your host to be, guest to be, now obey kukwasa. Now the questions so now I'll try to give that guest no room to fool her. I'll come here and discipline her. But wait, remember 90 over 100. She was at least firm at some point. She was at least making him reaffirm some statements. Because as a host, you are having a communication with your viewers, not the person sitting there. Whatever the person says, it is up to you to let the person clarify. So I really like the idea whereby when she wants clarification, she insists on the clarification because at the end of the day, a easy. And she did what she had to do. And I want to say that in show that I see bits and pieces of her show, but I would say Jacob there. So far on UTV there, on Jacob there, they are up there, they are doing a solid job. I don't care who sits in front of you or your NDC or MPP. What has to be asked, you have to ask it. As far as you are doing your job, as far as you are pushing the person to give the right answers, to let we listening to you, get to know the truth, I am good with you. But the moment you try to give, anytime you want a problem with OB of Asempa, or a diabolic journalist, on a MPP for Dinkomo, Obi nimse obi ka asem o ka no enise nipa na to aso o twan ma nipa ne ka asem ni wie o say oh we the one can ye no, especially the interview we had with this guy time a Obi who read letter na every minister no ho bae na akwani bie na no ka say the statement na eyen kwase asem no anase nyanse nu no there and there you tell him that no, it is out of respect and a minister who is working for us, minister take time to release a statement out of respect na Yensaka statement, So for you to even be on the other side, to just make such statement until you apologize, you cannot continue with this interview. If the person insists on not apologizing, you take them off. But you see what OBDMs Omuya what they do, and they say, Omunim in Kofua, Omubeka Sembi, they need a sound bite. Omayin Kobna Sante, Obi of Asempa. Their work is all about soundbite. Omo here soundbite. Omo be ma MPP for na NDC for e dia kodi bone. Enti so obi ka sembi na o ka tia no. Asem na o ka no nukure ni ma. What they do is they let the person finish and then they will say oh, where the sanka no edin. The message has already been sent. The soundbite is already there. Enti the moment you don't do that, they give the people the room to misinform the public. It is obesha as some nankasa no obudin kanka atrono and sana ye push over kanokrano. But the people who need that soundbite, they need the bad part to use to damage people's life. And Obimo, they are specialists in those things. And one person, Emami Chinwo, Ghana journalism, Obi, that is what he does. Ottawa, not necessarily Obwa. They have these kind of conversations. They know where the person is heading. They deliberately wait and let the person throw the soundbite out. On can semini and capture. And no yedebe campaign amaba umia. Ma NDC ni can sembi ni and capture. And then yedebe boa asimesi. So omu wiam so it say where they want kani. But the people they serve, masa ejumo ime ma yacho. And then I'm starting ejuma we this job. So people guys will be do, and that is what the journalists, some of them in Ghana, they do. I don't know, Paul, I don't watch them, Obimo, and Sanko for Ramakan. That is what they do. Into Otnaho and Obi Muman Kakra. Obeka producer so nyabotre Manenka because he hears sound bite. Now, it means according Jimmy, Yankasa already so Yankasa Sanchira minister. So why have you allowed the guy? Why have you opened that avenue for him to keep going? But obey. Obetria manakika sansem nyina kodru eto ne wi a wenya ne soundbite also twe sign. Oh, said the okay there. I said na one asem no was so do twe sign because the open wenya wi MPP pigs no they needed that peace. You see, when we do these things, sometimes people think say a personal. You might not like me as a young nurse. Abia, why do you say political party be now won't the way a Sanko for we a using nurse for Ghana no. Me say akwawe mopa you should release letter as concerned nurses of Ghana say on resigning or no be kontokwa. Or then the life be chaso. We you will never resign. When is some we free position only bibia we asibim. They are making money out of you, the nurses. They have lots and lots of money in Accra. Ujimia, wawobe cow ewo techiman. Wobeka wo boasen kamprom. Wobeka wa entonsua. Akwa we otiakra and would do business. So see position na occupy no. Say any position bia onya any financial benefit from on for being see dying and for the girlfriends in Kwabruchire and for the busuafo in the name of secretary to this nursing association and for the busuafo Kogu Abruchire catching his on resign and on resign on your da. This guy, he will never resign because Jimmy. It's about time you people move the lights. Use more check. Use more check. Fight omone eye Akandor kuni nyina no. It's because Akandor did not pay. Bogen kill ntia. Akandor ntia. All because Akandor ntia. Akandor anto V8. Akandor amo dying. That is all. Ajimamenu mo cast. Buso almost say Ajimamenu amo cast. Ajimamenu bought cast for them. The omo ye nyina omo ni Akandor ku nyina because Akandor ntia. Ni nyina ase ni nyina no. So why am I sika? So why am I de na ye dani de biare de ya ntwema wo. Asem we see anka wo hwem critically we are supposed to hold the management of the hospital responsible. It's not even supposed to get to this point. Asem we it do some cham say this is the first time yenya this kind of confusion at the hospital. It happens all the time. Why is it say sa asem no minister anko intensua anko intervene? Why didn't these people drive there? So me be phone lines na nurses are report it. Ebia some of these things in their various hospitals show this guy has never gone to any of the hospitals to go see it for himself. Why do you think he's so interested in this? Because the spotlight is in Accra. This is what is going to make him destroy Akandor. This is what is going to make him and his boss become relevant because the omo peno omo sanka ombegu abani ni mase. That is the job. Akandor mentia. Akandor don't pay. Akandor ntia. Akandor mentia bibia momo. Don't give them anything. Men momo kapre. Men tam ka bia momo. Don't give them any V8. Don't give them any car. They can do whatever they want to do. Say nurse for more Ghana. So when they will demonstrate and kick these fools out of that position. On says see almost so me minister ho. So if you study the tone in there, he's trying to make it look like a minister in a downfall. Minister there or then you fine or bois. Wakoda Emma man for na catch say I didn't backfire. You find a way to divert attention. In the side nurse and or court. Right now from Monday going asem over discuss here then obekafa ho. Obekafa Ralph and the nurse don't walk court no. Minister ne na akwa we can say nyina no. You will not discuss it. That is the attention they have diverted. It is nurse no so court no. Oni nkofo ni edwuma. Omo no mama ni sika court no. You see, it is not anything. Nice, no. I'm say a friend no Rejoice Toto Botsi Nidina no. You will find all her profile. You better finding the profile you be check Ghana for baby away ye juma. Or no ankasa no ni ethics. E juma mu no no ni ethics. Sebio ya query ni da. Baby or start ye juma as a nurse. Or no ankasa ya pese the track record. My body nyina wa ha kyerɛ mo ɛyɛ hospitals a waye adwuma wom managers wa form nsem ɔno ankasa ɛyɛ secretaries a yenya afa no ho we will know who this nurse is nurse ɔmo ho nyina change ɔmo ataadeɛ ɛdane ɛyɛ deɛ patients ɔno nko ana ndane no ho we will get to know who she is we will put her up we will let Ghana for because you see this thing we have been talking about all the time. What we need to do as a nation is simple. When it comes to nurse for one the government of Ghana should sit and analyze something. Promotion of nurses, moving nurses to hospitals, making sure nurses are effective. Because in some Kenya, we cannot also take away the sense of urgency and not nurse if only be any in this whole process. Because it was a patient-nurse interaction and escalated to this point. Now, I believe, say, it's about time I also aban prioritize it. What we call performance-based contracts. And right now, no, the idea is say your nurse for the idea be say if I don't even perform, I have to be paid. I have to get a hospital to work. No, it should be based on performance. A criteria should be put there. You cannot just be a nurse because you went to nursing school. You should be able to pass a certain benchmark before you be able to work at a certain hospital. Because it is looking like, say, Nana Addo for the free SHS be near running your nursing in Ghana. You can be the most weak-minded student. As far as wafa free SHS, you don't do exams, they don't evaluate you, you don't go through any assessment, and all come free SHS for no. We need to make sure the whole nursing thing is basically it's based on your performance. Because we don't have performance based, over America, over Europe, nurses get to work or nurses are paid. Some nurses are very expensive because of their performance record. Because when you check their performance track record, it is 100%. So whatever they demand, they get those kind of payments. Now, you cannot mix those lazy nurses, some of them, to the high-performing nurses and expect to get the same results. Because some nurses might be very efficient, some nurses are very accommodative. Some are very good communicators. Some are very good at their job. Some nurses are terrible at these things. So you cannot pair such people to work in an institution and expect the institution to run 100%. If you want to get the best out of our nurses and also the quality we expect from our hospitals, then it should be based on performance. We cannot just say, when we are nursing school, quiet nurse. No. When you start your nursing career, there should be some benchmark that you should be able to meet before you can be given the nod to be paid a certain salary. And it's about the nurses don't joke. Ghana from nursing, they don't fuck around because it is based on your performance. When the management get to know your performance is below par, you might even lose your license as a nurse. So let's not make it look like, yes, sorry, or because nursing school, you need to push the person at rage. You need to put the person at kolebu. Because when it comes to performance, it involves a lot of things. And it's in a by way by and say, when you use example to say teacher licensure exams, you cannot use one day to check a teacher's 4-year career and normal question with school and say, because you could not write these exams the way we want it, whatever you went to learn, life skills, competence, grammar, all has been put in the dustbin. Go home. No. And it's about way by say, teacher licensure exams, it needs to be scrapped. It should be a cumulative. As time goes on, you are checked on your skill, your competence, your your attendance, how you put your notes together, your interaction with students. All these cumulatives, they come together to become a whole teacher. So you cannot use one exams to justify whether a teacher is good or not. We need to do the same to nurses. We in the field and you are working, we need to have a performance-based check. Send a beya to make us a green and white pair. Technically, or obviously, you have to be paid. No, you need to perform to a certain level to be able to get the nod or to be paid. These are the kind of things they need to be fighting for. In the association of Mutimno, if you want the welfare of a nurse, then you need to get a nurse who is willing and ready to work. Ghana nurse because somebody is checking their performance. And when your performance is good, when the white man is paying you, he doesn't care. But back home, nobody's checking any nurse's performance. Nothing is based on performance. People have just been left to go in there and become nurses. Nurse need to make air time. Ubeko hospitals in there are some nurses there, not our duty, not or to TikTok so. There are some nurses who do videos from hospitals abroad. They are on duty. These are things we need to make sure we have some performance-based thing to guide our nursing industry. But these fools don't care about those things. What they do is that they lie to the nurses. Working conditions. They know some things are not things they can get from the government. But what they do is, because they want to be in the position they are in, to be paid, to get the opportunities, to use that position to get money, they'll bundle a lot of things and tell the kids, say, this is what we are doing. They don't do that. They don't do that. In the Ustadia, that is why we are having a lot of inefficiencies in our nursing industry or in our health sector, because we have nurses who are committed and we have very lazy nurses who are not supposed to be merged with the committed ones. Because I'm sorry, and I'm so effective. I'm going up and down. Now, some who say be a lazier. As time goes on, that motivation that I have is going to drop. That is why we need to make sure this nursing thing is based on performance. And it's because there's nothing that is going to stop them from knowing say into the moment they pass out of nursing school, no, it shouldn't be like that. Because if we are expecting our ministers and government officials to perform, then we expect we the civilians or the civil servants to also perform equally. And if we are not going to put some benchmark to check a nursing or Ghana, our health sector will break down. But what will happen? And I say most of them will travel outside and will become very effective. And that is what we are witnessing now. Our nurses travel outside and they work like donkeys. They work like dogs. They work like cows. You know why? Because Bronino, or the rules not to war, or the benchmark not to war, or the performance not to war, if you don't meet it, you drop out. Into our Ghana, there's nothing that is pushing him or her to make sure they deliver their utmost best. So what they do is, we don't care. Obi wo na nurse chum. Say a Ridge Hospital no video ni. Some nurses were very efficient. Some nurses too did not fucking care, because at the end of the day they're going to be paid. And that is the conversation we need to be having. These are the critical conversations we need to be having. But when you have fools like this who do politics, we place them in vital positions like this to lead these young girls. What they are going to do is they are going to milk them indirectly without the kids knowing. Into Mino Kasanaji, your nurse will be or tear Kurasibia or be dying one bedroom bin or team. Toilet to cry him, waiting kind of all are there because of our personal issue with the government, our personal issue with the minister. But nurse nina or for mohono, senka onya obi equally to say or no, or you committed now performance ya, anka it will end up say they will get to a point they can demand for more salary. But we don't have anything like that. Mechanisms have not been put there. Kwasiafowe are leading our nurses. They are lying to everybody. That is why our health sector, no, it is where it is. I'll be back to continue tonight's show. You're still watching With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Taylor. Yejinim, Yenyanko Bibia, Egigim.